After the Hunt is a psychological crime thriller directed by Luca Guadagnino. It's written by Nora Garrett. We're following Alma. She's a professor of philosophy, has a really great standing with her students, and she's got a husband who's like really supportive. He's like a therapist and cooks all the meals and always waits for her at home. He loves his music and stuff. Great performance by Michael Stuhlbarg. But Alma also has a friendship with Henrik Gibson. He's another professor there. However, after a little bit of a soiree, she sees Henrik leave with Maggie. Maggie is like this bright-eyed student who goes home with him, and the next day Maggie shows up on her doorstep with accusations of sexual assault. So now Alma's shoved into this really dangerous situation because she wanted tenure herself and is battling Henrik for it too. I mean, only one of them will get it. Now Henrik has these allegations against him and she's not sure what side to choose. She's trying to, remain impartial, but she really can't because she's sort of the mentor of this young woman, but she's also maybe having an affair with Gibson as well. It's kind of pushed into the narrative a little bit. But this movie's a little bit scattered. It's a little bit unfocused. That's sort of like the opening gambit. But then the movie kind of tries to duck around that and also be about generations going up against each other, like boomers versus Gen Z, and like cancel culture and social justice, and it really meanders about, and then it introduces a secret from Alma's life, which ends up being the climax of the film, but we don't really get to dwell on that too much. We're mostly focused on her unraveling at the seams because she's got health problems and she's trying to do stuff. There's some pretty good small roles from everyone. I mean, I kind of could have used more Andrew Garfield. He plays the teacher with the professor with the allegations, and Chloe Savini's in there for a small role, but she doesn't get to do too much. And overall, though, it feels like the movie's like almost 2.5 hours long. It doesn't have much going on, and there's too much, like it's stretched in too many different ways without much of a focus, and doesn't have much of a thorough line to it. Also, a lot of people criticize Ayo Edebiri's performance. I thought she was okay. I mean, she's kind of like one of those types where she's like, the incident that happened is terrible, but she's almost like not happy that it happened, but she's going to use this as a launching pad so she can have attention for herself. And it's very coded to like the modern day oversharing and sort of, I want to, it's all about me. I want to be the champion of whatever. And so I thought that was a good aspect. And Julia Roberts is great in her performance. But overall, the ensemble cast doesn't really do much for the narrative because it's sort of spread around a little bit. It doesn't have much in terms of theme of like what it wants to say. It's kind of like, in fact, most of the characters in this movie are kind of shitty, and I guess I like that sort of aspect of just everyone in the movie is terrible in their own way. Even the husband, he's like really petty and doesn't like Maggie when she comes over for a chat and stuff like that, and definitely moral shades of gray. Also, the movie does make you uncomfortable within the first like 30 seconds by using a certain font that Woody Allen used to use, so that was a nice touch. But overall, I don't feel like the movie didn't do much in terms of like shocking narrative. It wasn't particularly, it kind of pussyfooted around and wasn't really focused in any meaningful way. So After the Hunt, I gave it a 5 out of 10.